Hey guys, welcome to another Magic Chess video. It's a new season in Magic Chess. We have new heroes, new synergies, new mechanics. The Star Core, I already made a video explaining what the Star Core is and how it works and some tips and tricks. You can check that video out, if you're having problems with the Star Core system. And I just hope all of you are enjoying the new season, enjoying the new heroes. I hope you're able to rank. And yeah, I just hope you're enjoying the new season. Today I will be explaining one of the new synergies. Like I said, I will be picking the new synergies one by one and trying to dissect them and see the best ways to use all of the synergies. So I made a poll sometime before the new season started, and asking which synergy you guys were most excited to see. And out of the 22 votes, we had 50% voting for the WYRMSLAYER Warriors, which is weird to me though, because the WYRMSLAYER Warrior synergy has been in Magic Chess before, so it's not a new synergy per se. We've seen the effect sometime before. It was removed, now it got added again. So but I guess maybe you guys just want to see. But because of that, anyway, I made the video about the WYRMSLAYER. I played a little, I tested out some synergies, and yeah. So this video, I'm going to explain everything there is to know about the WYRMSLAYER Warrior synergy, the best combos, the best heroes, the best game plans, the best commander skills, basically everything you need to know to become better at using the WYRMSLAYER Warrior synergy so that you can use it to rank up in the new season of Magic Chess. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know which of the other 5. I'm going to make a new poll, either that or just let me know in the comments which one you want to see, which of the other synergies you want to see. But I may just use the results from the poll. The second synergy was Saber, either Saber or Forsaken Light. So that's what I will use. But yeah, if you have any synergy you want me to look at, just leave it in the comments. Now without further ado, let us begin. WYRMSLAYER Warrior. When WYRMSLAYER Warriors defeat an enemy hero, they gain 15% HP, 35% attack, and magic power of the slain target. It stacks up to 3 times for the 3 hero synergy and 6 times for the 6 hero synergy. The members are Valor Elementalist 1 gold, Kimmy a Gunner 2 gold, Masha a Wrestler 3 gold, Lancelot a Swordsman 3 gold as well, Estes an Astromancer 4 gold, and Link a Swordsman 5 gold. The star cores of the synergy are Fire. When a skill deals damage, the target will be hit an additional 3 times. Each additional hit deals magic damage equal to 7% of the target's max HP. Thunder. After casting a skill, the next basic attack will trigger lightning, causing the target to be unable to use basic attacks for 3 seconds. And Light. When other WYRMSLAYER warriors kill a hero, the star core carrier will also gain the synergy effects. Now the first thing to notice from the description of this synergy is that it only gives the bonus to the hero that gets the kill, which means that it is a hypercarry type of synergy. You want to prioritize a few heroes and make sure that they get the bonus, and these heroes will be the ones to carry the team. Therefore, their synergies will be the ones built up. Now, we have Elementalist. You could try WYRMSLAYER Elementalist, but is Valor going to get the kill? Let's just think about it from the when you look at the skills of all the WYRMSLAYER heroes. The heroes who are most likely to get the kills are Kimmy, Link, then Lancelot. Then after that you have Masha and then Valor. Estes cannot get any kills, so he's just there. But you have Kimmy as the one with the highest chance of getting those kills, followed by Link, because Link is very, very broken. And then we have Lance as well. So going from this, if you want to go with WYRMSLAYER Elementalist, Valor will not get the kill, so you really cannot go that. It's not efficient. You could go for WYRMSLAYER Wrestler, but for that you would still be like a Kimmy core. Kimmy is still the one who's going to but because Kimmy Wrestler can do stuff, so Kimmy would have to be the core anyway. And if you're going to go that anyway, then it would just be better to build on Kimmy, right? Which is actually the main synergy for the WYRMSLAYER Warriors. You have WYRMSLAYER Gunner as the main synergy. So this way Kimmy can get all those kills, Kimmy can get all the bonuses, and Kimmy would be able to carry your games. Then as a secondary carry, you have Ling and Lancelot. Ling because Ling to carry the late game basically. Although really Kimmy actually will be able to fight late game, but you know you want Ling there as a secondary support, as some kind of like extra confidence basically. So for that reason, after you have completed the WYRMSLAYER warrior, you then just WYRMSLAYER warrior gunner, then you just have some swordsmen for the late game so that Ling would be able to do what he does. So like I said, the best heroes in this synergy are Kimmy and Ling, and as such the main combo will be built around them. This main combo is 6 WYRMSLAYER warriors plus 6 gunners plus 4 swordsmen. These are the heroes that you are going to use. These are the recommended heroes, and we have the crystals. You have Kimmy is the main hero. If you get a WYRMSLAYER warrior crystal, it is best equipped on Roger, and if you have a gunner crystal, you equip that on Ling. You'll be able to complete all the synergies, right? You will get 1 star core of WYRMSLAYER and gunner, so you just need 5 heroes from both sides. That's 9 heroes. So like your 9 heroes would be 6 WYRMSLAYERs and 6 gunners. Then if you have Ling and Lance, you'd have 2 swordsmen, which means that if you get a WYRMSLAYER crystal, you can remove maybe Valier or Masha, but I would recommend just removing Valier or Estes, so that you can add a swordsman. And if you get a gunner crystal, then you can add another swordsman. So to get the maximum synergy, to build everything, you want to have 2 star cores, that is the WYRMSLAYER warrior star core and the gunner star core, and then you want to have a gunner crystal and a WYRMSLAYER crystal. So basically you need 4 modifiers to complete this team. So I would rank it as very easy to complete. You can complete this thing every game. You may not be able to get the 4 swordsmen every game, but you can definitely have 6 WYRMSLAYERs and 6 gunners every game. Petal Stars. An active skill usable after the placement stage. Select a hero and gain a random synergy crystal from that hero's synergies. Can only be used 1 time and can only obtain synergy crystals that are listed in the equipment book. Now this is the first commander skill you want to use for this synergy. In the selection stage, you want to pick Lancelot or Masha to get the WYRMSLAYER start. Then you build 3 WYRMSLAYER warriors and 2 gunners in the planning stage. That is, you have Lancelot or Masha, and then you have Kimmy and Valier. That's to trigger the 3 WYRMSLAYERs. Then you have Roger, because Roger is a better early game gunner than Layla. But if Layla is what you have, then you can just have Layla. Now for the first fate box, you want to prioritize the gunner or WYRMSLAYER crystal. If those crystals are available, make sure you pick them. If not, just pick items for Kimmy. That is, you're looking at Heart's Claws, Demon Hunter Sword, Sea Halberd, Berserker Spirit, and Blade of Despair. You just want physical items basically. Now for the placement stage, the early placement stage, you want to add Xborg and Layla. That means you want to get 4 gunners and 3 WYRMSLAYERs. As you're looking at Lancelot or Masha. You would have to buy both of them actually, but for now, just assume you start with Lancelot. So you have Lancelot or Masha, depending on which one you started with. Then Kimmy, Valier, that is your 3 WYRMSLAYERs. Then you have the other gunners. You have Roger, Xborg, and Layla. That will be your when you get to commander level 6. Now for the second stage of the placement, the second part of this placement stage, that is when you get your star core. By this stage, if you have bought all the 7 heroes I mentioned earlier, you would have 4 WYRMSLAYER warriors and 4 gunners, which means that you will most likely get a star core of the WYRMSLAYER or of the gunner. Now when you pick one, you would then have 5. When this is because star cores have the effect of adding +1 to the synergy. So if you have 4 WYRMSLAYER warriors, that is, if you bought all the heroes before, you'd have 4. You pick a star core, you'd have 5. If you had 4 gunners, you pick the star core, you'd have 5. Now this is where the skill comes in. Petal Stars. You use Petal Stars to get the needed crystal. You use it on a hero whose second synergy does not have a crystal. Now what this part means is that Kimmy has the WYRMSLAYER and the gunner. If you use the skill on her, you could get either WYRMSLAYER or gunner. Now if maybe you got the WYRMSLAYER crystal, the WYRMSLAYER star core, then you use the skill on Kimmy and get a gunner crystal, right? You would not be able to easily trigger your skill. So you want to use it on a hero whose second synergy does not have a crystal. This way you can guarantee that you will get what you want. Now for example, if you want to get the gunner crystal, you would use it on Roger because Nature Spirit does not have a crystal, which means that you're always going to get the gunner crystal. If you want to get the WYRMSLAYER warrior crystal, you use it on Lancelot. That's because Swordsman no longer has a crystal, right? The Swordsman crystal is no longer in the game. So if you use the skill on Lancelot, you will always get that WYRMSLAYER warrior crystal. Now, depending on which star core you got, you then use the skill to get your crystal, and with this you will be able to complete the star core synergy at commander level 6 in that round. That is provided you've bought all the other heroes. Now with this, you just want to continue refreshing and upgrading your heroes, upgrading Kimmy, upgrading Roger in particular. Then if you get Claude, you can replace Xbox, because Xbox is not really going to do that much, or you replace Layla if you want to still keep the possibility of building with future tech. Now in the second fate box, as usual, you prioritize the Gunner or WYRMSLAYER crystal, and then you have the science crystal as well. For the showdown stage, it's still a repeat of what happened in the second part of the placement stage. You just want to continue upgrading your heroes and just building your heroes as you go. Then when you get to pick the second star core, you would pick, if you go WYRMSLAYER the first one, you would pick Gunner in the second one. If you go Gunner in the first one, you pick WYRMSLAYER in the second one. But if it is not available, then you just pick a relevant core. Like maybe you picked WYRMSLAYER first, but Gunner is not available. You have Swordsman, you have Elementalist, or you have Wrestler. Then you just pick the one that you can use. And if you got Gunner in the beginning, but you didn't get WYRMSLAYER the second one, maybe you got Ablaze Bounties or Future Tech, just make sure you pick them. Especially Ablaze Bounties, you could go with Ablaze Bounties from Gunner. Now I know this is the WYRMSLAYER Warrior like tutorial and stuff, but it's not that set in stone. Alright, then in the end game, you just upgrade commander level 9, you max out both synergies, and you upgrade your core heroes to 3-star. And that is how you use Petal Stars to build this synergy. It's very easy. It's the most efficient of all the commander skills. Like I have not seen. You have Budding Blossom, you have the third skill of Rare, but it's like I said with Kimmy, using this skill on Kimmy, you get one of both crystals. It's the same thing when using Budding Blossom, you get one of both blessings. So it could go the wrong way. It could work out. If it works out, all well and good. But if it doesn't, then you're going to have a liability on your hand. So that is why I much prefer using Petal Stars for this, and it is the best. This is the best. If you want to build WYRMSLAYER Gunner, this is the skill I recommend. But the other two skills are still good. Let's check them out. The Midas Touch. An active skill usable after the placement stage. Use the skill to refresh the shop once for free and get 5 orange heroes. Cools down in 14 rounds. Now for this skill, I have made a tutorial for the Midas Touch, but it's for last season, so it may not be that efficient this season again. So let's just follow the explanation here. You have, in the selection stage, you can pick any hero. You don't need to really concern yourself about the hero you pick here. In the planning stage, after you win the creep defense round, you want to just sell all your heroes and wait. You save up your gold and just wait until you can activate the skill. Now, in the first fate box, if a Gunner or WYRMSLAYER crystal is available, you pick it. As usual, you always prioritize picking the Gunner or WYRMSLAYER Warrior crystal. Now, at the start of the placement stage, you would use the skill and you get Ling or Bane. The thing about the Midas Touch is that it is not made for building WYRMSLAYER plus Gunner. If you've watched my tutorial on Boss's third skill on the Midas Touch, you would realize that you would use Midas Touch to build a variety of synergies, right? Depending on what you get. If you got Sun and Leo mod, you would want to build Kedia or Kedia Weapon Master. If you got Minotaur and Natalia, you want to build Astro Power and Assassin. So let's just assume that you got Ling and Bane. That is what this skill is about. If you got Ling and Bane, then that is good. You can build WYRMSLAYER Gunner. Then, once you get Ling and Bane, then you just buy all the other heroes. The 7 heroes I mentioned earlier, Valor, Layla, Roger, Kimmy, Marsha, Xborg, and Lancelot. You buy those 7 heroes in addition to Ling and Bane, which means that you'd have 9 heroes. If you are lucky, you would have all the 9 actually before you get to pick your star core. But just buy as many of them as you can. Alright. Now, when it's time to pick your star core, as usual, you prioritize getting the Gunner star core or the WYRMSLAYER Warrior star core. But because you have Ling and maybe you have Lance as well, you could potentially get the Swordsman star core. If you get the Swordsman star core, then you can actually pick the Swordsman star core over the WYRMSLAYER Warrior. The priority for me is Gunner is the most important, followed by Swordsman. Then WYRMSLAYER Warrior comes after, right? You want Gunner because Kimmy is the one that is the main character, right? Then the Swordsman because Ling would be able to come on earlier. Now, after you get your star core, you then complete that star core synergy so you can trigger the effect. Right, then you continue building as usual. You mark after maxing the star core synergy, then you build up either the WYRMSLAYER or the gunner. Here now you just have freedom. You just build like that. Then in the second fate box again, you want to prioritize either the gunner crystal, the WYRMSLAYER warrior crystal, or the science crystal. Now, one thing about the Midas Touch is that you are getting 5 gold heroes, so you want to use those 5 gold heroes as your core heroes, which means that you're not really going to stress yourself to get the other heroes to 3-star. You just give them a 2-star and go. And a very easy way to do this and still maintain your gold and everything is to upgrade to commander level 7 once all your gray and green heroes are 2-star. That's your 1 gold heroes and your 2 gold heroes. Once they are 2-star, once all of them are 2-star, then you just go to commander level 7 straight. Now you start looking for blue heroes. Those are 3 gold heroes. And then once you get them to 2-star, you go to commander level 8. Then you start looking for your purple heroes. Those are your 4 gold heroes. Once all of them are 2-star, like I said, you don't go for 3-star, you just stay at 2-star. Then you upgrade to commander level 9 once you are there. Then you start going to prioritize your 5 gold heroes. That's Link and Bane. And then once you have that, you just try to get them to 3-star, especially Link. If you can get Link to 3-star with a gunner crystal in hand, he's definitely going to be able to carry the game. He's going to win the game, basically. He's always going to win the game. So yeah, that is just how you use the Midas Touch to build the gunner plus WYRMSLAYER crystal WYRMSLAYER warrior combo. And finally, one of my personal favorites, Go Kashoom. Add a green quality Kashoom hero to your shop that is then assigned a random synergy from the Kashoom synergy pool. The Kashoom synergy pool includes Weapon Master, WYRMSLAYER Warrior, Archer, Mage, most of the 6 hero synergies. Now, using Kashoom is the same principle as playing with the Midas Touch. It is not built for building the WYRMSLAYER Warrior plus Gunner synergy, right? It is a general purpose synergy. So whatever Kashoom you get, you try to build with it. The selection stage, you don't need to bother about the hero you pick. You can pick whatever you want. Then in the planning stage, you sell all your heroes after you win the first creep defense round. And then you get a Gunner WYRMSLAYER Warrior Kashoom. Like I said, it is random. So if you get, let's just assume you got a Gunner WYRMSLAYER Warrior Kashoom, then you can proceed with the build like that. You buy Layla, Kimmy, Valor, Roger, Lancelot, Marsha, and Xbox. Those 7 heroes that I mentioned earlier, you still buy them again here. And in the fate box, of course, you prioritize your Gunner and WYRMSLAYER Warrior Crystal. Then in the placement stage, you still keep trying to buy those 7 heroes. And then you get your star core again. You either get the Gunner or WYRMSLAYER Warrior star cores. Now here you want to prioritize the star core of the Kashoom synergy you got. Whether if it was WYRMSLAYER Warrior Kashoom you got, then you want to get the WYRMSLAYER Warrior star core. This way, you have 4 WYRMSLAYER warriors. That is Kimmy, Valor, Lancelot, and Marsha. If you got the WYRMSLAYER Warrior Kashoom, that's 5. You get the star core, that's 6. Instantly completed. So this one is actually, if you get that Kashoom, right, you know that you are going to definitely get it to 6 hero synergy at the time you're picking your star core. That is one advantage Go Kashoom has over the Midas Touch, which is still kind of shaky. Then at commander level 6, you just stay at commander level 6 until your Kashoom reaches 3-star, because Kashoom is like the main core hero of the team. Now, as you're doing this, because Kimmy and Roger are also 2 gold heroes, those 2 would also be going to 3-star as well. And then you have Layla as well. So you have 4 heroes there at commander level 6 that you're trying to get to 3-star. But once Kashoom gets to 3-star, then you can start upgrading your commander level again, because Kashoom is the main piece here. Then in the second fate box, again as usual, you try to get Gunner or WYRMSLAYER Warrior Crystal whenever you can. In the showdown stage, that is for the second star core, you then pick a relevant star core again, because you may have gotten the Gunner Kashoom earlier, but you may not get the WYRMSLAYER Warrior star core. If it's not available, don't fret, just pick something that is usable. Then when you get to your second star core, you just max all your synergies, max all your 3 stars, and just get your core heroes ready to fight. So that is just how to use Go Kashoom to build the WYRMSLAYER Warrior plus Gunner synergy. And now for some tips and tricks. The Gunner synergy is the most important synergy. Prioritize it whenever possible. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, the WYRMSLAYER warrior only gives that bonus to the WYRMSLAYER warrior that gets the kill. So ideally you could just have Kimmy and Link 3-star, the rest of them 1-star, and they would do what they need to do. Like the rest of them won't even be able to get the kills. So you know you're always going to have what you need to have. So try to prioritize the Gunner synergy, because the Gunner synergy buffs all the Gunners, so they will all get the bonuses. So try to prioritize the Gunner synergy. And the Gunners in order of priority, you have Kimmy is the most important, followed by Roger, because Roger is, I mean, he's a very good hero right now. For most players didn't use Roger in the time of blessings because they didn't want the Nature Spirit blessing. But now there is no blessings, you can upgrade your Roger without any fear of anything. So Roger is the second most important here. Then you have Claude, then Xborg, then Bane, then Layla. But if you're using the Midas Touch, the priority will change a bit. Kimmy will still be number 1, followed by Bane, then Roger, then Claude, then Xborg, then Layla. Number 2, if you get one of the WYRMSLAYER or Gunner cores first, but you don't get the other one second, don't worry. Like I said, just pick a relevant one and shift your focus to maxing that one. Now because of this, don't be too focused on completing the synergy as WYRMSLAYER warrior plus Gunner. What this means is that if you got the Gunner star core first, right, you can assume you don't have the WYRMSLAYER. You just have the synergy triggered, but just assume that you don't have the heroes, so that when you get your second core, you can easily just remove them. What I mean is that you can just keep them at 2-star or 1-star if possible. You know, Kimmy is the one who uses the WYRMSLAYER warrior synergy anyway. So if they are 1-star, it doesn't matter. As long as Kimmy is starred up, that's all that matters. Then if you get another star core that does not really blend, you don't get WYRMSLAYER second, then just remove the WYRMSLAYERs and build up whatever comes next after the second core. But what matters the most is that first core. Make sure you max the heroes that you get in that first core. That is the most important thing. Now, number 3, Roger is a very good WYRMSLAYER warrior. Like I said before, Roger is a very good hero. If he has the WYRMSLAYER crystal, you know Roger's skill, if he gets a kill, his cooldown refreshes and like he can go again. If you use this with the WYRMSLAYER warrior synergy, as he gets that kill and the CD resets, he's getting more stats, he's getting more attack. Right, so he can just continue killing and his stats will continue increasing. So Roger is a very good WYRMSLAYER warrior. If you can get the crystal, just give him the crystal. Now because of this, just always try to build Roger alongside Kimmy. Even if you're not building, like even if you get the WYRMSLAYER star core first, just still keep Roger there. Make sure Roger is still on your team. Right, Roger is a secondary carry here. So if you get the crystal, you can always put it on him. Now number 4, Kimmy is the core hero in the whole combo. Whether you're building as WYRMSLAYER or you're building as Gunner, Kimmy is the most important hero every time. But do not give her any WYRMSLAYER warrior cores. All the WYRMSLAYER warrior cores are terrible on Kimmy. Not that they are terrible as in they are very bad, but like the Gunner cores are much better. WYRMSLAYER warrior light is the only good core for her, because WYRMSLAYER warrior light gives her the WYRMSLAYER warrior effect if other WYRMSLAYER warriors get the kill. She doesn't have to get the kill all the time, even though she's the one who's going to get the kill most of the time. But she doesn't have to get it every time. But if you plan to use Ling on your team, then you should save that star core for him, because it is much better for Ling. You know, just have Kimmy get the kills and Ling get the bonuses. That's how it should be. Now, so which star core do you put on which heroes? Here's the list. Here's my recommended list. For WYRMSLAYER, light should go on Ling. If you have no choice, put it on Kimmy, but Ling is the priority. Thunder and Fire, just put those two on Valor. Surprisingly, Thunder and Fire are best on Valor because they require the carrier to cast skills. Valor has the lowest mana in the WYRMSLAYERs. He's the one who can cast the skills the most. Now the thing, you would think Kimmy would be good, but the thing is that Kimmy's skills after don't particularly count as basic attacks, so I'm not very sure about that, but she cannot actually trigger the Thunder and Fire effects. But Valerie will definitely be able to trigger them. And Fire, come on, Valerie is the king of Fire, so you always want to give him the Fire star core for WYRMSLAYER. Now for the Gunner cores, here is where you get on Kimmy. Wind is the best core for Kimmy, the best Gunner core. What it does is increase the range, you know, makes the carrier have unlimited range, and reduces the, as she's attacking, the enemies are losing their attack, they're losing their movement speed. It's a debuff kind of thing, and because Kimmy has rapid basic attacks, you can stack it and just continue debuffing the enemies. So wind is the best star core for Kimmy, the best gunner core for Kimmy, or the best core in general. Actually, you just have gunner wind as the best one. Then for thunder, gunner thunder, it's every time the carrier crits, they regenerate their HP. It's also good for Kimmy, but I would much prefer using wind. But thunder is good if thunder is what you get. Now for earth, earth gives the carrier a shield of 150% of their max HP. This is good for Kimmy too, but you want to put it on your tanks. You want to put it on either Roger or Bane. I personally prefer putting it on Roger because Roger is going to be 3 stars. Unless I'm using the Midas Touch, that's when I will not put it on Bane, because Bane may be 2 stars or 3 stars. I don't know. So yeah, that is when I will put it on Bane. Now the swordsman cores, water belongs to Link. Water regenerates the 80% mana after killing the targets. That works very well with the WYRMSLAYER warrior synergy. You get a kill, you get increased attack and increased everything, and then you get 80% mana, right? It works perfectly for Link. Wind as well works for Link. Wind increases the attack speed of the carrier by 80% every second in a fight. That is good for Link as well. Now fire on the other hand is better on Saber. Right, let's just look at it. Saber has his twirling swords things. Each time the swords hit an enemy, they do 7% of the target's max HP. That is based on Saber, because Saber has much more continuous damage. Unlike Link is just one burst and stuff. But then Saber has that continuous damage, so you can continuously just keep twirling the swords and doing the damage of the fire. So yes, swordsman fire is better on Saber. So this is the list of the best star cores to put on every hero. Now the number 5, unless you are using the Midas Touch, you should not upgrade to commander level 7 until you get your second star core. That means that placement stage, creep defense round, you upgrade to commander level 6. Then you upgrade to commander level 7 at showdown stage. Like you spend all that time at commander level 6 just refreshing the shop and getting your 2 good, because like I said in the commander level tutorial video, you want to stay at the commander level where you can get your heroes the most. 40% to get a 2 gold hero at commander level 6. Roger, Kimmy, all of them, you can easily get them to 2 stars at this point. Because if you get to commander level 7, this chance will drop to 25%. You do not want that. You want to stay at that 40% and just enjoy the maximum spawn rate. Now, number 6, the recommended build for each hero are: Kimmy, equip her with physical damage items, not attack speed items. The recommended build is Heart's Claws plus Sea Halberd, or you can go for Blade of Despair and Berserker's Fury. You can equip her with Purify Battle Spell or Wrestler Crystal. The Purify Battle Spell is very, very good if you have Gunner Wind, because you can just put her in a corner. If they have a Franco hooks her, she purifies it. They have a Saber, the Unitron breaks up and stuns everybody. Kimmy is still safe. So as long as you have that, once you have Wind, just get that Purify Battle Spell and just shoot the enemies every time. If you can get a Wrestler Crystal as well, you can also put it on Kimmy. For Roger is the early tank of the team. You want to give him with Dominance Ice and Guardian Helmet and a WYRMSLAYER Crystal if possible. Claude is the secondary carry. You equip him with Demon Hunter Sword and Golden Staff. Like I mentioned in the items video. Listen, all these videos that I'm making reference to now, I recommend checking them out. They will help you immensely. That's Claude. That is the secondary carry of the team. You want to equip him with Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff, and a Wrestler or WYRMSLAYER Warrior Crystal. I would recommend a Wrestler Crystal though instead of WYRMSLAYER Warrior. I'd rather put that on Roger. Now Ling, the deep late game carry. You want to equip him the Gunner Crystal and any item really. Ling is broken. Tank build, damage build, attack speed build, magic build, Ling will do what it needs to do. But if you really want to pick anything, just go full damage and put. You can either go full damage or full tank, your choice. And finally, Bane, the late game tank. You want to equip him with the tank build that has Dominance Ice and Guardian Helmet. Now, number 7, when using commander skills that don't give you synergies or crystals. Now, I mentioned just 3 commander skills in this game because these commander skills have ways that they can help you, they can help you build your synergy faster. But if you are using something like maybe Link's platform skill, or you are using Remy's 3rd skill, you are using Windfall, basically you are using a skill that does not give you, that does not make it easier to build a synergy, right? What you want to do is upgrade to commander level 7 after you get your first star core. Remember that you have 4 WYRMSLAYERs and 4 Gunners. That is, if you bought those 7 heroes. Remember those 7 heroes. Value, Layla, Kimmy, Roger, Marshall, Lancelot, and Expo. Remember those 7 heroes. Once you have those 7 heroes, that's 4 and 4. You want to get a stack off for one of them, that will give you 5. Now, the last hero for both of them are 4 gold. That's Estes for WYRMSLAYER and Claude for Gunner. To get them, you have to get Commander level 7. That will make it easier for you. So once you get Commander level 7, you get the 4 gold hero, and then you can easily trigger the Star Core effect. But I don't recommend using commander skills that don't give you this. I just make life easy for yourself and just pick the commander that will help you. And finally, one random tip I can just tell you is that WYRMSLAYER Warrior, every time they trigger their synergy, they become untargetable. I don't know if that is a bug or if it is a feature. But every time a WYRMSLAYER Warrior gets a kill, they become untargetable. So if you have House Claws, if you have damage, right, you can easily I've seen Kimmy's, just easily 1v9 because of this. She becomes untargetable after killing somebody, and then they just look at her, she kills them, she kills the next one, she can't just like that. So yeah, that's just a random I guess that's just a feature, it's not really a tip. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were able to keep up. Actually, that's my biggest concern right now. I hope you were able to keep up. But I just had a lot of fun playing with this synergy. The WYRMSLAYER Warrior synergy is very interesting. Watching Kimmy do what she does, it's really good. So yeah, I hope this tutorial helps you. I hope you are able to build the synergy from here, and I hope it helps you. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to share the video, be sure to do all that good stuff. And I wish you good luck with everything. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.